Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a sort of infill. I mean, there's hardly any growth there, but I basically just want to start doing some videos on my nails again. So I'm just going to show you me removing the design off my left hand. I'm using the penultimate bit from Willow Academy. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. And I'm just going to very gently go over the nail. There's not really a lot of polish on here because obviously I used the pink as the base to my design this time, so there's literally just a coat of, what's it called on there, foil gel, and then the foils and then top coat, so there's really not that much to remove. So this process is super easy because we've not got to file through layers and layers of colour. So I'm just going to remove this from this hand so I can start doing designs on it again by putting some peel off base down and then just doing a design on that, because you all seem to prefer watching designs on like normal size nails instead of those humongous display tips, which I totally understand because obviously it's more realistic, and also I think technique of doing certain designs is definitely different. Doing it on a real nail than those display tips, because like I said, they are really large and you get like it's easier to do things on them anyway, just because you can turn them upside down, like you can paint in different ways than you wouldn't be able to on a real nail. So although it's easier for me, you're not really learning the technique as such by watching designs be done on those nails. So I can understand why the videos on my actual nails do better. So here I am removing my favourite ever design off my nails to be able to do some new ones, but I am going to keep this design on my other hand because I absolutely love it until it grows out and I need to do them properly. But I'll be doing my holiday nails in a few weeks, so it's fine. We've got my nails to work on for a few weeks until that anyway. So I'm just using this bit here, which I'm not going to lie, I actually don't know the name of. I'm almost 100% sure that it's Willow Academy. So just have a look for it in the Diamond Bits selection on Willow's website. I think it was Willow Academy. To be honest, it could be Lily Bow. I've got a couple of bits from there, but I don't know which bits they are because I bought them ages ago. Obviously they're not like in their original packaging and stuff, so I actually have no idea where it's from, but it's one of those two places anyway. And I think most bits you can get from most different places anyway. They're obviously just labelled a little bit different to suit whichever brand is selling them. So I'm just going to get a sanding band. I'll just push my cuticles back with that. I do need to get some more sanding bands from Willow Academy. I'm just using I literally ran out of my Willow ones today on my previous client earlier today, so I need to get some more because they are my favourite. These ones are just Amazon. They do the job, but I do prefer the zebra ones from Willow. So I'm just using this to just smooth out the nail, ready for the application of the gel that I'm about to apply. I am going to use the same one as I did in my last infill video, which is the Gelux. Is it Gelux? I don't know now. I think it is. Yeah, Gelux from Salon System. I actually don't use it like often enough to recommend it or not recommend it or anything. I use it obviously, as you can see, on myself. The last infill I did that you saw on my channel was done with that, and as you can see I've had no problems, everything is fine. So in terms of like wear on me, it's absolutely fine, don't have any problems with it whatsoever. But I don't use it on clients. I use Gel Perfection builder in a bottle on clients. That is my all-time favourite builder gel that I've tried. I will be honest, I haven't tried a great deal of different ones. To be fair, I think I've only tried the one that obviously I'm using on my nails now. I've just noticed I'm not in focus, sorry. The Gel Perfection one, which I absolutely love. I've used Blue Skies builder in a bottle, which I'd say is more of like just a strengthening coat instead of an actual builder. Their potted builder is good. I just like a bottled version. There is nothing wrong with their potted one though. I do like that product. And I've also used Magpie's Build Me Up, which I really wasn't a fan of, to be honest. I never really took off with that because, yeah, this wasn't for me. But the Gel Perfection one is definitely a favourite. So I'm just basically using the sanding band to rough up the surface of these nails, because then obviously my gel that I'm going to go in with will stick. And I'll have good adhesion. I really don't have a lot to infill, so it's almost like a fake infill really. I don't really need one, but I'm at the point where I don't need one, but I also, like, you can see that there is growth there, so I don't really want to be doing designs on nails that are a little bit grown out because they just don't look very nice. So I'm going to do the world's smallest infill. But anyway, I'm going to finish off prepping and then I will come back for the application of the gel, because I've literally just got to do this nail quickly, file them a little bit into shape, and then I'll be going in with my gel application. Okay, so it's time for application. This builder gel in particular doesn't actually require a base. It's got everything in it basically, so it doesn't need anything underneath. Obviously not all builders are like that. The Gel Perfection one isn't. That does require a base. So you'll just have to do your own research and make sure that if it requires one, obviously you use one. I'm just gonna cut this bit of excess skin off so it doesn't get in the way of my gel application. I do get a bit carried away with cutting my own, to be honest. It's a miracle if I don't cut myself. It's ridiculous, really. It's very, very rare that I cut a client, but I think it's natural to be a bit more careless with your own. Okay, so once I've done that, I'm then just going to dust off any excess. And I'm only going to do like 1 or 2 actual application of gel on camera, just because it's relatively boring and you saw it in a pretty recent video anyway. My camera's having a little bit of a moment. We'll wait for it to wake up. It doesn't help that I've got white as the background. My camera on my phone really, really hates a white background. So I'm getting as close to the side walls and cuticle area without actually touching. I've got a really small amount of gel on my brush at the moment, so I've got ultimate control over it. Because if there's too much on there, you can try and place it as well as you can, but obviously it's much more likely to run everywhere if it can do what it wants because there's too much going on. And then once I've first coated the nail, and I'm going to get a little bit more on my brush, as you can see. I'm just going to place that just before the cuticle, and then I'm going to push it up. And that gel is only going to float to where I've just placed the gel before that. So that's why your slip layer, like, it's really important to get your slip layer right. I don't know what is going on with my camera. There we go. So I've left a tiny, tiny gap, but that is because I'm pulling my skin back really tight. Like, by the time I let it go, it's not going to be that big. So that's that nail. If you look from the side, it's nice and even. And then again, pulling the skin back. A little bit of product on my brush. And I'm just really, really slowly pushing it upwards. Just got a little bit on there, so I'm going to remove that before it has chance for any more product to run into it. I wouldn't recommend removing it with your own nail because it's overexposure. I just have bad habits that I can't kick. Okay, so that's how that looks like. Then when I'm happy, again, I'm going to pick up a little bit more product. I'm going to place that at that cuticle area. This is another way to do it. You can literally just float the product into that area. Let it just naturally float. And then get a detailer brush and just pull it where you need it. I'm not dragging through it as such. I've got a really light touch on it and I'm just tickling it to where I want it to be. Well, if you look from the side, you'll be able to see if there's anywhere that's a bit lumpy bumpy. This is nice and smooth. You can always hold your finger upside down a little bit as well to get it to naturally self-level. But I usually just do it this way. And then I do 2 at a time to prevent one from moving around while I'm doing the next. And I'm going to pop that in the lamp and then I'm going to finish the other 2 and then we can get into a design. Okay, so let me just zoom you back in. This is what they look like. I've given them a quick buff with just a sponge buffer that looks like this. There's a rougher side and then a higher grit side. So this is what they look like, all completed. Super simple. So what I'm going to be doing is to prep for the peel off base. Where is my peel off base? Oh, there it is. So to prep for the peel off base, I literally just apply a normal top coat, like no wipe top coat, because I do find it works better on like shiny but not super shiny surfaces. So I top coat and then just go over with the high grit side of a buffer. So it's like it's not rough at all, but it's also not really shiny. So it won't stick really well to, like if it was too rough, it'd stick really well and it's harder to get off. Whereas the other way round, if it's really shiny, I do find that the base coat doesn't really dry properly and it's a little bit like it separates. It just doesn't work very well. So this is the best way that I've found to prep for peel off base. So I just make sure that they're top coated and then just gently buff away the shine. And then that's it. It'll be ready for application of peely base. So I will do that off camera because it's literally just the same process as this. I'll just be painting it like this. I'll do 1 coat of it, wait for it to dry, then we can come back with the design. So today's design, I'm just going to quickly talk you through it now. I saw on an Instagram, I think it was a reel, that someone had done it, but I've seen it quite a few times now, so I don't know where it originally came from or anything, but it's basically where you put your neon pigments on your stamper and then you can stamp like neon stamping designs on black. So that is what I'm going to do. I've just got a little tiny bit of skin there that I need to get rid of to top coat. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to paint all my nails black. I'll probably do that off camera as well, just so this video doesn't end up an hour long. And then yeah, I'm going to be doing some stamping with some neon pigments to see how it goes and if I can do it or not, basically. So I'm going to give that a go. I'm very excited. I don't think I've ever tried it. I think I might have tried it once. I can't remember, but either way, even if it was just once, it'll still be exciting to do it again. So I'm going to pop these in the lamp. I'm going to quickly give them a buff off camera. I'm going to paint them with peel off base. Then I'm going to paint them with 2 coats of black gel polish. And then I will be back here for you to do the design with me. So this is what they look like before I've applied the peel off base, just for reference. They're almost like shiny but not shiny all at the same time. The top coat's still there. I've just very gently buffed them. And this is how I find my peel off base works the best. So my nails are just in the lamp. I've decided to do 2 nails of pink margarita because it's a really good match to my pink. It doesn't look like it, but it is a really good match to the pink. What's it called? Pigment from Tia's Beauty. And I'm going to be using that one and these 3. So apricot, orange and yellow for the design. And then I've done blackout on the other 2 nails. I have only done 1 coat of each because the coverage is just brilliant. So I didn't need to bother doing more. And the plate that I'm going to be using, I'm just doing everything one-handed because my hand's in the lamp, is this one. Just ignore this one that I've used and not cleaned off. So I'm going to be using this bottom bottom design here. I think that's going to look quite effective with like just neon splodges on my black nails. So that's the one that I'm going to be using. So this nail's just come out of the lamp now, so we can continue with the design. So I actually haven't painted my index finger yet because it's taken ages to, the peel off base is taking longer to dry on that nail. So I obviously had more on my brush while I was doing that nail. So I'm just going to leave that for now. So what I'm going to do first things first is wipe the tacky layer off my black nails, because obviously I don't want the pigment to stick to the background of the nail. So I'm just taking that tacky layer off completely, making it nice and smooth. Annoyingly, that nail looks a bit dry now, but never mind. So yeah, these are the colours that I'm going for. I love this pink. It's absolutely beautiful. It's going to go really well, hopefully. So what I'm going to do first of all is get my stamper. And just in case this ruins my stamper, I'm going to use one that I actually don't really ever use. So it's just a cheap one off, I think it was from Shein or somewhere like that anyway, just a cheap one from somewhere. I'm just going to use the, what's it called? This that was underneath my nails earlier. I can't remember the name for it off the top of my head. I've gone mental. But that's what I'm using anyway, just because I'm going to make some mess. So I'm just going to fold that over my card. I'm going to get my colours. It would help if I didn't open them with the nails on this hand, to be fair, because we all know how messy these things are. You definitely don't use pigments if you don't want to get in a mess, because it's impossible to use them without being in a mess. But it's worth it because it could turn out really good. I mean, it could fail miserably, which is why I've got 2 black nails. I thought it'd be nice to have 2 attempts at getting it right. So we're going with it. So I've got those. I'm just going to get a disposable, what's it called? Eyeshadow applicator. That's what it's called. And I'm just going to go ahead and go into my colours and pop them onto this, what's it called, for goodness sakes? I've gone really blank. I don't know why I can't talk today. I've just realised that my phone really isn't going to like this stamper because it's gold. And my phone's got a real problem with gold. I don't know why, but it always has. So there we go. So I'm just going in with these. So I've put some pink, some orange, some apricot, and some yellow. Rubbing them all in so they all blend together. I'm just going to pop a little bit more pink on the end there. I've just basically covered that pink with orange, but never mind, it's fine. So that's what that looks like. And then we're going to use this to pick up our image, basically, is the idea. So I've just made sure it's all nice and rubbed in. I've removed the tacky layer off my nail, of course, and then I'm going to go in with some white stamping polish. So I'm using the Moyu one. I think I got it from Amazon. And I'm going to get my plate and pop it on camera, but like a little bit out of the way, so hopefully it doesn't cause any glare or anything. I'm just going to clean it off to make sure it's ready for me to use. Obviously got my stamper ready. I'm going to get a scraper. And here goes. This is the moment of truth. I mean, I can't even get my white lid off, which is annoying. There we go. Right, let's see how it goes. So I'm going to pop the white on to my palette, on my palette, I'm not popping it on a palette, onto my stamping plate even. I'm going to bring it over. I'm going to pick up the image on my stamper. That's what it looks like. I'm going to get my nail ready. And then we're basically just going to place it onto the nail. Oh, this stamper's really hard. Like so. Wow, look at that. Oh my god. I love that. That is so exciting. I'm just going to get a lipstick applicator to clean up the outside of the nail. I am absolutely loving this technique. This is brilliant. So just going to get off the excess around the nail. You can do this after. It would be much easier to do it after you've top coated, so you can just wipe over the whole nail, but I'm going to do it now just to make my life more difficult. But look how cool that is. I absolutely love that. Very good. I need to get some more pink on the next nail though, so it matches my other 2 nails. Let's just get this pigment off me. So once I've done that, this is what my stamper is looking like. So it's obviously a little bit messy. So I'm going to keep going over my lint roller to get as much of that off as I can, because that is the only problem with things like this, is that pigment really is sticking on there. But to be fair, it is coming off, so I won't complain too early. And I'm going to be putting some more on anyway, so it's a bit pointless really. So back to this now. We've got a clean stamper. So like I said, I'm going to put some more pink on this time. So I'm actually going to do the pink last, because I covered the pink with the other colours last time. I think that's where I went wrong. So I've got some yellow here. Doesn't help that I'm not using a clean bit every time, but never mind. I'll learn one day. And then again with the pink. I'm making sure that majority is pink this time, because I really need some of that pink to match the other nail. So that's what we're looking like. I absolutely love this technique. It's brilliant. Oh gosh. There we go. Right, so that's how that looks like. It's like a really pretty sunset. And then we're going to do the same thing again. So I'm just going to get my tacky layer off. Tacky layer. I just keep making things up as I go along here. I'm going to wipe this off. So I've just quickly painted my index colour on there as well, just to complete the set. So I'm going to go in with my white polish again now over the image, and then pull the colour over. I'm going to pick up my image again. So it's on my stamper. I'm going to line it up with my nail, which is actually quite difficult when you can't see through it, but you just got to guess, I suppose. I'm just pressing it on, putting some pressure on to make sure it's stuck, and then lifting up slowly. I don't know if you can see, but there is a little bit of like excess on there, which is fine, because we will just sort that out after. There's a little bit there that doesn't have any pigment. Just seeing if I can get away with sticking some on. So I'm assuming that if I got this brush, just dust it over, it comes straight off anyway, so that's pretty easy. It's an easy fix, I like it. Again, I'm just going to tidy up the outer area. I'll use a brush this time, because I've dropped my lipstick applicator on the floor and I can't be bothered to pick it up. I absolutely love this technique. I'm definitely going to do a full video on this, doing lots of different designs and stuff to see how it turns out with different colours, because it's just amazing. I absolutely love it. And obviously picking up the image with white really makes the colours of the pigments pop. So this is what it looks like. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to top coat off camera and have a tidy up, and then I'll show you how they turned out. So here is how the nails turned out. I absolutely love them. I think they're so different and they look really, really effective. I'm definitely going to be doing a video. I'm probably going to film it now because I had so much fun with this design. I'm going to film it now of doing this with different pigment colours and different stamping plates and stuff like that, and just see how it looks, because this is just so effective. I absolutely love how this turned out. Let me know whether you like watching this technique and whether you're going to try it, whether you've tried it before and what you think and blah blah blah. And yeah, I'm so excited to do the next video with these, to be honest with you. Okay, so I've had to actually just put this bit in, so it might not flow very well at the end of this video, but I completely forgot that I needed to take these off on camera because everyone likes that at the end of the video. So I'm back to take them off really quick, because I was just about to start my next video and then realised that I can't because I've still got these nails on. So I'm just going to take these off. Well, I'm just going to attempt to anyway. It has gone well most times. I mean, look at that. I mean, no wonder we all love this part of the video. Like, it's so satisfying. Apart from that little bit at the end that just wants to ruin it. But still satisfying. Majority of it came off, so it's fine. I can't believe I actually forgot to do this step, to be honest with you. I still need to wash my hand, because look. It's not been a long time since I've actually like attempted to stop this video, by the way. Like, it's literally been about 3 minutes. I'm just trying to lift up majority like over the side, because I do find it peels off much better. But like I always say in the videos where I use the peel off base, it always peels off so much better, like the more coats that you have on. And obviously these nails only have one coat of colour. The index nail had 2 coats of colour and a top coat on it, so it came off much easier. I'm just trying to lift off way too much at a time now. Let's just go for it. Just do it as we go along. Whereas these ones have only got 1 coat of colour. So it's not quite as thick to be able to peel it off, which I think is what makes it so easy. So when it's thicker. But it's still coming off, so no complaints here. Just makes content creating so much better. Instead of having to keep taking the nails off and causing damage to my nails. I'm actually really sad to be getting rid of these. I really like them. But I'm about to start a video with a lot of this design in, so it's fine. We're going to have some more fun. These black ones really don't want to come off nicely for me, but it's fine. Still satisfying. It looks like I'm being really, like, what's the word, like aggressive, but I'm not. It's it's not damaging or anything, because obviously it's on top of a builder gel overlay. It's not like I'm poking and prodding at my natural nail. I'm going to sort that bit out at the end, but let's just do this one. Hopefully this one. Oh, this is only one coat as well. I forgot actually. I already did the 2 coats on my index finger. This has been nowhere near as satisfying as it usually is. Definitely need to start just putting an extra coat on, just for the ease of taking it off at the end, but it's coming off, which is the main thing. There we go. I'll get the extra little bits off at the end, but anyway, they're gone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with the next one. Bye!